Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Mike Chua, physical therapist, certified dementia practitioner, and your alternative career coach. Welcome to our career healthcare podcast and show, where we talk about different ways to find your alternative career and achieve both work and financial freedom. So visit our website, drmikechua.com or alternativehealthcarecareers.com for more information. Again, thank you for watching and listening. Welcome to our show. Be awesome, be great, be excellent, ACG. Have a great day and enjoy the show. Bye-bye. All right. Hello, my Facebook friends. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, type in you can hear me on the chat box, or it's my first time to do Zoom again. For those Zoom experts out there, type in if you can hear me. If not, Jill said she can hear me. D.A. Peters. Can you guys hear my music? If you can hear my music, type in music. I haven't done Zoom lately. Oh, there you go. Somebody says they can hear my music. All right, let me just stop that thing here. So again, this is a free webinar that we're going to do. I'm trying to stream it in our Facebook group, but it won't let me. I haven't, like what I said, I haven't used Zoom in a while. And I've been using that other platform. It has those fancy stuff. But I guess we will have to do with Zoom. Anybody here who has experienced Zoom fatigue? Type in Zoom. Zoom fatigue. Well, anyway, our topic for tonight will be how to find your alternative healthcare career, my friends. So let's go ahead and dive in. I cannot actually see who are inside the webinar. I think we have like 9 people. Woohoo! 9 people. That's groundbreaking. Well, anyway, let's go ahead. We got to find our alternative career. So we're going to be talking about this, how to find your alternative career by following the M.E.N.T.O.R method. M.E.N.T.O.R method, my friends. Happy Thanksgiving. You had a good Thanksgiving, my friends. Alternative Healthcare Career Group. If you had a good Thanksgiving, type in good. And of course, type in who you are. What is your discipline? I'm going to put in my name, my discipline, and city where I'm at. I'm here. I'm a physical therapist. And then I'm going to put the city where I'm at. Because this is not just me talking. It's us here networking. So we want to know where the people are. So Lisa said they had a great Thanksgiving. There you go. You know what? In the Philippines, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but yesterday, my wife cooked spaghetti. That's it. So we don't. We used to go to other houses and eat there, but we've stopped because remember, you gotta choose. Hey, Francis, you got to check out Francis. I just interviewed him this morning. Jill Ridge, she's an OTR. I think I know Jill. I've seen her name. She's an OTR hand therapist. Debbie, she's a CODA. There you go. Melissa, she's a PTA in Kansas. I guess that's in Kansas. Daisy, she's in Missouri. Lisa is in Grand Haven. In Michigan. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our slides so we can get over with this webinar tonight. All right, let's go ahead. Okay, there you go. So that's me. For those people who don't know yet, this is me. I'm a physical therapist. Okay, I graduated DPT in the University of Incarnate Word, and also my first degree is BSPT in the Philippines, University of Perpetual Help. Graduated with Francis there, 1999. I also teach a class called the Certified Alzheimer's Disease and Dementia Care Seminar. And I also have a fitness specialization, a personal training thing through NASM. I'm also a certified clinical instructor through APTA. All right. And I'm also a life coach through the 48 Days Eagles. And again, and also a certified online trainer professional This is not to impress you, my friends, but this is to impress upon you that if I can do it, you guys can do it too. And part of it too, you don't have to have all these letters behind your name and the certifications. Why? You already have the qualifications. You're already a therapist, whether you're a PT, a PTA, or CODA, or an OTR, or speech. You already have the qualifications, my friends. All right. What we just need is the confidence to start our own small little side hustle. Okay. Okay, so more about me. Of course, we're talking about me, right? Blah 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 blah, all about me. So we have a small staffing agency, like Francis. We have this Tennessee therapy outsource. Wherein I basically go to those home health agencies. I offer them our services, and I give them an invoice. I do the evaluation. I send my PTA, and then I make money, a little bit of money out of it. Okay, so that was my primary gig too before I started my own small little brick and mortar in Part B, mobile Part B. And then now, of course, after that, I'm the chief inspiration officer. I say chief inspiration officer because I inspire people, right? Inspire people in our little therapy team. We are actually 16 employees now on our Jerry Have Physical Therapy. And then, of course, used to be a pharmaceutical rep. Anybody out here who is in sales? Anybody out there here who is in sales? Type in sales, because all of us here, to be honest, technically, we are all in sales. Okay, we're all in sales. We're selling our services. If you work in a nursing home, type in SNF. Type in SNF if you have experience in skilled nursing, because we are the best salesperson. Imagine, an old lady wanted to work with you. That's going to be hard, right? But yeah, Melissa works in a nursing home, right? Skilled nursing, sniff, right? No, when I first came in here, I said, "What is a sniff?" Sniff is like you're sniffing, right? But actually, it's skilled nursing, right? So yeah, all of us here, we are all salesmen. It just sounds weird. Oh, but all of us here, we are all talented. We just have to bring out, what sales means or selling means? It's the transference of energy. So if you have a passion about that certain topic or that specific niche, that's selling already. Imagine anybody out here who watched the Avengers when they first saw that movie Avengers, you just wanted to talk about it, right? I just wanted to talk about it to my kids. Like, oh yeah, it's so good. And then, start selling it. And same thing with us. If you believe and you really believe in that product that you're trying to sell, you're gonna keep on talking it to your friends and family and your clients. All right. So of course I don't know if you know it. We do this small podcast thing in alternative healthcare career group, and also the other group that we have, the Alzheimer's and dementia support group, wherein we, educate Alzheimer's and dementia caregivers out there. We actually have like 35,000 members there now. And we have other therapists there who are actually, educating people there too in that group. So, all right. Okay, let's go ahead and move on forward. And you know that I moderate our group, Alternative Healthcare Career Group, Alzheimer's and Dementia Support Group. You can check out my website if you still want to check me out, drmikechua.com. That's my personal website, because you have to have your own brand. Okay, if you have a website, type in website. Type in your website there, because you have to have your own brand. Anybody out here who have their own website? You have to have your own brand. All right. Type in a chat box. If you don't have your own website, you got to create one. It's pretty cheap. It's pretty easy to make one. You can go to strikingly.com, or whatever other website maker. Dr. Francis said he has his website, drfrancisdpt.com, starting next week. There you go. Boom. You got to have a brand. So here's the thing. So once a company fires you, you carry that brand with you, your own brand, right? Look, First Shepherd Healthcare Staffing. Melissa, you got to put your Melissa.com or LisaBergmanCoda.com or something like that. DaisyPT.com. You got to have your own brand. Okay. You got to make sure you create your own brand, because let's face it, companies, they're going to fire us. Even Medicare is trying to cut down our reimbursement. All right. So if you don't change and adapt to this current situation, it's not gonna you're gonna we're gonna be extinct like the like the dinosaurs. They never adjusted, right? All right. So I'm not saying we're dinosaurs, but I feel like I'm a dinosaur. I graduated in 1999. If I didn't go back to school and adapted and adjusted, even my own self, even my own accent, I don't know. I feel like I still have my Filipino accent. If I don't adapt and adjust and learn the English language here, I wouldn't be marketable. Okay, so we have to learn how to adapt and adjust, and we have to create your own website. Okay, we're going to be talking about that too in a minute. So we're going to keep going. Again, this is why we do it. We do it for our family, for our dogs, right? This picture was like 2 or 3 years ago because I've been teaching this class 2 or 3 years already. So I actually travel for a living, speaking and talking about this specific topic. I teach this class for different associations, different conferences, and I just teach the same topic again and again. All right, so this is why we do it. Okay, anybody here? See, this picture is from 1998. Any wild guess where I'm here? Any wild guess where I'm at here? Anybody here? Nobody. I'm actually on that here. Can you see my mouse? If you can see my mouse, type in mouse. All right, I'm all the up all the way. If you can see this teacher here, the professor on the left side corner, I'm actually 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top there, right there. I'm wearing a wig. See that? No, I don't think you still see me, but that's me. Boom, that's me. I'm wearing a wig because I'm kind of different. I'm kind of crazy. I'm the crazy rebel kid. There's another rebel guy there wearing sunglasses. That's one of my friends. Obviously, he's my friend. So you got to be crazy. In order for you to be able to find your alternative career or start your own small little business, you got to learn how to stand out. You got to learn how to stand. You can't just be a generalist now. Okay, you gotta learn how to stand out. If you decide to be a utilization reviewer, your resume needs to stand out. All right. If you decide to start your own small geriatric rehab practice, you gotta learn how to stand out. So somebody actually sent me this picture. That's why it says you. So you gotta learn how to stand out. Okay. All right. That's the goal. Standing out. Become the authority in your field or in your area, in your community. Okay. All right, let's gonna keep on going. So we're gonna be talking about obviously mentoring. What is mentoring? Mentoring is obviously a verb. It's advise or to train. It's to lead by example, to motivate people, to create teamwork, to coach, to inspire, to provide vision to those people listening and surrounding you. Okay, so you got to be a mentor. So that's what we're going to be talking about, the M.E.N.T.O.R series. Okay, M.E.N.T.O.R method. Okay, if you can still hear me, type in mentor because I want to know if you are still there because I just don't want to do this by myself, right? All right, let's keep on going. So M.E.N.T.O.R. Letter M is meet a need. Thank you very much, ladies. There you are. Now I know you're still here. Letter M is meet a need. Okay, meet a niche. Okay, niche or need. Whatever the community needs, whatever the community wants, you provide it. In my community, they are wanting and needing the geriatric, services, the group exercises, the geriatric specialty, the education when it comes to Alzheimer's and dementia. So type in what specific need or niche you want to niche and you want to provide. So type in. So me, I'm providing Alzheimer's and dementia. Okay, type in what specific niche, Alzheimer's and dementia. That's my niche or my need that I'm meeting. Type in there. What is that need? If you cannot type in right now, guess what? You're going to have a hard time following this method. You have to learn, you have to know already deep inside, what is it that I'm wanting to provide? Type in there, whatever, pelvic floor or Alzheimer's or Parkinson's. There are a lot of people winning in Parkinson's game. Look at Lisa, functional caregiving. I don't know what that is. It sounds fancy. Functional caregiving, right? Sounds like OT. Daisy said geriatric PT. Daisy, go ahead, niche down more. Niche down more. Francis said marketing ALF leadership. Ooh, that is needed there, Francis. Leadership to marketing to ALF and leadership. You know what? There's money. I actually go to what you call the healthcare. I forgot already. I speak every year to this association, assisted living and nursing home assisted living association, something like that. We're gonna see it later, the picture later. And I would go there and speak to the leaders in those community. Connie said ergonomics. Boom. What kind of ergonomics? Ergonomic for kids, ergonomic for adults, ergonomic for young people, ergonomic for people who are working at home, ergonomics for factory workers. You got to niche down. Find that niche. Go ahead, niche down, niche down. Lisa said caregiver that continues to foster independence. Boom. Yeah, OT. She said. Jill said splinting. Boom. Or home safety adaptation. Oh gosh. The splinting itself, if you become the niche, the lady that does that, you're gonna win because nobody's doing it. Francis said outpatients for autism, Medicaid kids. Boom. Nobody's doing that. So you got to niche down in order for you to scale up because the niches is where the riches are, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So type in the niche that you're wanting to serve because if you don't type it now, it's not going to happen. You got to write things down. You got to write things down in order for it to become a reality. That's the reason why I'm asking you to type, ladies and gentlemen. Because when you hear it, you forget. When you see it, you remember. But when you actually write it down and declare it and say it, it becomes a reality. So you got to write things down. All right. Okay. Next, once you've niched down, once you've identified that need, that niche, you learn how to educate. Educate them. How do you educate? You educate them by creating webinars like what we're doing right now. You educate them by creating a small podcast. You educate them by creating your own TikTok. I don't have TikTok, but anybody here who has TikTok, I salute you. I need to go there. But you got to educate them. Create a small class. So in my case, I would educate and add value. I would go to the conferences of those different facilities or those different niches. So in my case, it's Alzheimer's and dementia. I would speak at the Alzheimer's Association. I would speak to different conferences for nurses, for hospital administrator. Guess what? Did I say APTA? No, I never talked to APTA. Have you seen me speak in APTA conferences? No, because why would they believe me? Right? Do you believe me now? We're all therapists here, right? No. If I go to APTA, they'll be like, oh, that's another Filipino therapist. I'm not going to believe in him. I already know what he's talking about. But if I go to the Nurses Association, the Alzheimer's Association, the Hospital Administrators Association, the Nursing Home Association, the Assisted Living Administrators Association, they look at me as the expert already because I'm from the outside. Well, guess what? What do you call that? It's getting out of that comfort zone. You get out of that comfort zone because we're like, oh, this is my comfort zone. I just want to do this, in my area, in my APTA. No, you get out of that comfort zone. You educate. So if you're ready to educate, type in educate because I need you guys to start your own small little podcast. I need you to start your own small little videos in your area or in your Facebook page. Oh, I don't have a Facebook page yet. Well, you have your personal page. You got your personal page. Use that personal page because your personal page is actually your marketing material. Connie said, educate, edumacate, ladies and gentlemen. So if you do your Facebook Live, tag me. Please tag me. I want to see it. Not to criticize you, but to encourage you. Francis said, educate. If you've seen my first live video, my video that I did, it's so boring. It's just like right now. It's so boring, right? But you just have to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So that's the next challenge. You find your niche and then you start educating. You educate, go Facebook Live. It doesn't have to be long. 5 minutes will do. 2 minutes will do. Hello, today I want to talk to you about how to redirect your autism child or something like that. How to do a quick splinting on your hand, like what Jill said. Something like that. All right. Francis said we need to start somewhere at least. That's true. All right. So I need you. you're watching right now, all the 10 people, the 10 people who signed up, all right? I need you guys, at least one here. I know Francis is doing it already. At least half of you do a Facebook Live. Tag me. All right. Tag me a Facebook Live or Instagram. I don't go to my Instagram, but tag me. Hey, I want to start educating, because this is how you will find your alternative career. And this is how you will stand out against the other competition that we have. All right. You need to stand out, like what the picture showed earlier. You need to learn how to stand out with this. It's a very, very noisy world, and you need to learn how to stand out. Okay. The next letter is letter N. You network. You network with the people who are actually doing what you're doing. You network. In my case, I go to Alzheimer's and dementia, right? Anybody here who knows TIPA Snow, type in TIPA. Type in TIPA. All right. Type in TIPA. They're Leadwell and Spotify by Francis. See, he already has a Facebook Live and YouTube. There you go. Type in TIPA if you know TIPA Snow. You know why? She's technically my competition, but why would I compete with her? She's like the pillar of Alzheimer's and dementia, right, Lisa? She's like the pillar. Why? How can I compete with her? So instead of competing, I collaborate. Right, Heather? Instead of competing with Tipa, I collaborate. You know what I did? I attended her seminar. I interviewed her. I've interviewed her several times, both live and in Zoom. Well, guess what? People think I'm kind of dementia, expert now, because we have that big group, the Alzheimer's and Dementia Support Group, of like 35, 36,000. And I'm quote unquote the expert there. And then they think, so they pay me online, right? They pay me online to teach them Alzheimer's and dementia. All right. DA said, yep, she's the lady that does the dementia training. And another thing, another networking strategy, find those different associations. Like in my case, why would I create my own association, right? The Alzheimer's Association. I would just go to them. Now I speak for them. They ask me to speak at least once a month, to speak in their conferences. All right. Okay. We're going to go through that too later. Next letter is letter T, is team of winners. You got to hire a team of winners that will bring out the best in you. Okay. Anybody here who likes playing basketball, type in NBA, because those NBA players nowadays, they have a team that actually wins. They were like, oh, LeBron James, I want to team up with LeBron James because I want to win. All right. Same thing with us. If you want to win in this game called life, you got to find a team of people that will bring out the best in you. We are a total of 16 employees now. I'm telling you, the team that I have, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm not the superstar. They're the superstars. I'm just kind of the coach, but they help me win. I am the coach, but they help me win because they actually play the game and they're all winners. So eventually, what I want you guys to have is all to have a set of team of people that will bring out the best in you. All right, a team that will actually provide some sort of a passive income for you. Because that's the goal, to start your own small little business, right? Okay, Francis says he watches basketball, NBA. All right, what's the next letter? It's letter O. One-to-one coaching. You have to have a coach. That's where I come in, right? That's where all the coaches in our group comes in. You have to have a coach. It doesn't have to be me. It doesn't have to be, the people in our group, the coaches in our group, but you have to have somebody who is an accountable partner, accountable coach that will tell you, hey, you're doing this right. You're doing this wrong. You're doing this correctly. Hey, you got to do this. You got to do that. You have to have that. Okay. And next and last but not the least, is letter R, is repeat or recurring revenue. All right. Repeat or recurring revenue. You need to have a repeat or recurring revenue. If not, this is not a business, because it's just going to be a hobby, right? If you're not making money, it's just a hobby. You need to have a, that's the reason why a lot of, companies, they would tell us, hey, therapy is the money maker, right? Therapy is the moneymaker. Why? Because we have that repeat and recurring revenue. We see the patient again and again. Yes, we discharge them, but versus other profession, just like for example, a mechanic. You only get to change the oil of that vehicle every 5,000 miles or every 6 months or every 3 months or whatever. But us, we get to see the patient once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, even every day in the nursing home because we have that repeat or recurring revenue potential. That's why a lot of so don't get me wrong, a lot of people would like, I want to go to nursing. Well, if you become a nurse practitioner, you're going to have to see that patient after 6 months for their wellness visit, right? Yes, that's a repeated recurring revenue. But can you afford to see multiple different patients after 6 months? No. Us, we have the opportunity to write the prescription. Oh, I'm going to see you 3 times a week for 4 weeks. That's a repeat and recurring revenue already. All right. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay. Am I too noisy to you? So type in noisy because I'm going to slow down a little bit, right? All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and dive in deep on the letter M. Okay. Meet and need. What is that need? It's like a business card, like a lead generator. You got to create some sort of a book. All right. You got to have a book. I have a book. The misunderstanding dementia here, the how to prevent falls in your senior years. You have to have a book. All right. Anybody here who has a book, type in book. Type in book because we want that. We want that for you. You want to create a book or write a book because that will be an instant authority booster. Okay. Why? Because Francis said, you will have one, Francis. I'll teach you how to get one. It's so easy. How to publish one. So in order for you to be an authority, type in authority in the chat box. In order for you to be an authority in your area, you got to be an author. That makes sense? You got to be an author. That's an instant authority if you have a book. You see those letters behind my name earlier? There you go, D.A. Peters. Those letters behind my name, PT, DPT, CAD, blah, 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 ABCD, it crosses them out if I have a book under my belt. That makes sense? That's the easiest way for us. Stop getting those certifications. It's good. There's nothing wrong. It's good. It's an extra tool in our belt. But if you have a book, instant authority. Let me stop my share screen for a second. Stop share screen. Can you see my big face? If you can see my big face, type in, you can see my big face. All right, I got one of my books here. Okay. Type in big face. I got my business card here. Okay, you see my business card? Fancy, right? I got the letters behind my name. But do you think this patient, Lisa said, really type my big face? This business card here, do you think the patient will keep it? Yeah, because they want to keep it, right? But guess what? In order for them to be able to keep this, I have to bump up my marketing tool here. So I made this, yeah, Jill, I made this as a magnet. All right. So this is an extra, extra marketing tactic. My business card is in a magnet so they can keep it in their fridge, right? They like it. They like those magnets. Anybody here who likes magnet? Yeah. But if it's just a regular business card, like a thin one that doesn't have a magnet, guess what? You're just going to throw that away. But guess what? If you got a book, How to Prevent Falls in Your Senior Years, and at the back, boom, you've got your number, your telephone number, your fax number, your email, your website, blah, 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 your picture, become an instant authority. You got a simple stuff there. This is like how many pages? I don't know. But I'll teach how to publish this when you sign up with our course. But that instantly increases your authority if you have a book. So if you are an aspiring author, type in author because I want you to be an author too, because that will instantly increase your authority. All right, type in author. Where did that go? Boom. All right, chat box. Bam, there. Francis said he wants to be an author. So you need to do that. Okay. So for example, you've written your book. You want to give it for free too to download it on your website, right? You want to give that. So in my case, I have it easily downloaded in our website too. So again, books. I've helped a lot of people write books. So this is my first book, The Misunderstanding Dementia, because I was taught, by some of my author friends who I need to write my own. And then we created the 365 daily tips for dementia caregivers. Basically, it's 365 tips. The same stuff inside that book. Let me see if I have that. I don't have it here with me, but the same tips inside those books, inside the 365, are actually the content in our Facebook page. So every day there's a content, right? Tip 200, whatever. Tip 85, right? So we have a tip every day. So there's a content already. Okay. And then also we created the Caregiver Freedom Journal. This is just like a journal. It has lines on it. How's your day? Blah, 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 blah. Time to Fly is actually a collection. Time to Fly and SSPT, All We Do Is Win, is actually a collection of stories of different people. Okay, so Time to Fly is actually I co-wrote, I contributed in that project. It was Dave Ramsey was there, Dan Miller was there, famous author here in Nashville, contributed in this book. And then, I'm like a co-author. Imagine anybody here who knows Dave Ramsey, or Dan Miller, the famous author. I'm inside. I'm part of their group. I co-wrote or co-authored, and you guys can do that too. For example, anybody here, let's just say somebody wanted to be a autism expert, then boom, you can co-wrote it or co-write it with another person. Right? Dave Peter said, love Dave Ramsey. There you go. All right. So yeah, Francis, I'm big time, right? Just kidding, man. All right. So you gotta write books. Even those people who you follow in the influencer field, we already talked about Dave Ramsey, Dan Miller, Brendan Burchard, uh, anybody, the people that we follow, they have books. They could. Is it a bestseller? Yeah, it could be a bestseller, but it's just an instant authority. It just boosts your authority. So going back to your community, if you have a book in your small little clinic or in your small little practice, you have one in your backpack, or you're a mobile therapist, you hand it instead of handing out a home exercise program, you have a small little book. That makes sense? A picture of you doing those exercise inside those books. All right. A picture of you explaining what is Alzheimer's or what is autism or what is home modification inside that book. You know what? My students, these are some of my students in our class. They published this lady. She wanted to do, she injured her knee and she wants to do this, the knee. Sarah, she was like, she wants to be a pelvic floor therapist. She did this. Lanisha, she is, dementia expert, wanted to do dementia stuff too. Boom. She providing care with dementia. These are the books and many more. Brandon, he was like, what you call this? Some sort of that audits chart. What do you call that? People who audits chart. You know what I mean? A utilization reviewer. And then he has that small little book, 20 tips to write defensive documentation, blah, 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 blah. And then guess what? He's going to have, influence in that field. So you got to write a book. Okay. Bottom line. Okay. So again, letter M, meet a need. My ebook, they can download it. The patient can download it in our small little podcast or a small little website. They can download it for free, and then if they want more, I can give them like the actual hard copy like this, or they can buy it at Amazon. I'll teach you how to publish it in Amazon too someday. All right. Okay. So if E is the meet a need, if M is provides valuable but incomplete information, then E completes the piece by adding value. All right, by adding value. How do you add value to that book? How do you add value to that book? Let me stop my share screen. So, in the Misunderstanding Dementia book, I created as a PowerPoint. Okay, so we have this is not the Misunderstanding Dementia. This is the How to Prevent Falls. But I do have a PowerPoint for this too, and I teach the same topic, right? The same stuff. It's a PowerPoint, and I teach it in those assisted livings. So same thing. If you've written your book, okay, let's just say the misunderstanding dementia. If you've written that, you make it as a PowerPoint. Guess what? That becomes your presentation. That becomes your E, your educational part. It becomes your E, your Facebook live videos. It becomes your CEU class. That makes sense. It's making sense now, right? If it makes sense, type in "makes sense" because this is the step by step how you become the mentor, become the person that you were made to be. All right. All right. So there you go. Francis says "makes sense." I think I'm just talking to Francis here. So there you go. All right. So Heather says, yeah. And Lisa said, yeah. Thank you very much, ladies. So you got to create that book and then you make it as a PowerPoint. You sell it for like 37 bucks. All right. You develop lessons and assignments for your patients or your clients. Right. And then boom. That's what we do in the Alzheimer's and Dementia Caregiver Support Group. I basically teach them the book that I have, the CEU class that I have. Okay. If you want the CEU, obviously we charge $247 for a therapist. If it's just for the regular people, it's what? It's almost free. It's the same thing. All right. Why do you think people in YouTube is rocking it? Because they provide it for free, right? And then they can charge more by providing a more detailed information by creating their courses. And a lot of people are actually doing this. They're creating courses out of their PowerPoints and the knowledge. This is the knowledge industry, the influencer side. And if you just become the quote unquote expert by writing the book, creating a PowerPoint and doing this, creating this, everybody knows how to use Zoom now. You're here, right? You're here. Well, guess what? You can start charging $4.99, $10. People will pay for your knowledge. People will pay for your knowledge. Why do you think I'm winning in this game? The CEU class that I teach, it's $247. They're paying right now. It's obviously free, right? Because I wanted to provide you free stuff here in the group. So, all right. So you got to do that. Okay. You got to do that. Francis said everything free is good. So of course, some stuff are free. So, all right. So again, you add value, you educate and add value. This is obviously the book, the Misunderstanding Dementia book. And then there are chapters that I teach. Actually, what are those chapters? Those chapters are my book chapters. And I'm there talking, blah, 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 talking about Alzheimer's and dementia and stuff like that. And this is like I think the $37 video course for patients and caregivers. Okay. And of course, if it's the CEU class, it's much expensive, right? Because those are CEUs. This is just basically for caregivers. Okay. All right. So we'll move on forward. So, and then of course, create a group. This was an old picture. So this was like a year ago, 2 years ago. We only have like 30,000 members in that Alzheimer's dementia group. But now we have like 35, 36. You can go and join that group if you want to be an Alzheimer's expert. We do have a fee. If you want to be a moderator in that group, it's like $47 a month in order for you to be able to promote your services and then put up your website and stuff like that. Basically sponsored ads. If you want to be an influencer in the group. So some are like Lisette Clute. Lisette Clute, she's an Alzheimer's expert too, teaches stuff there. And imagine for $47, let's just say $50 a month, you get access for those 30,000 members. Imagine because of that, let me stop my share screen for a second. Because of that group, I've had clients in Vietnam. They thought I was Vietnamese. I had clients somewhere in London. They paid me. Somewhere in Australia. And of course, here in the States, all about just talking about Alzheimer's and dementia. All right. So you got to create a small little influence, small little group that you can start. Or if you can't create, if you don't want to reinvent the wheel, you can go find another group and just provide, free services. Offer. Do you think anybody here thinks anybody here who thinks I own the alternative career group? What do you think? Type in YOU if you think I own the alternative healthcare career group. That's a trick question, right? Type in YOU. if you think I own the Alternative Careers Group, I'm going to wait for a second. Peter said, Francis said, you, to be honest, I don't. It's not my group. It's not even Emma's group. Somebody owned the group. No, it's an LLC now. We have the LLC, M.E.N.T.O.R. But there was somebody who originally owned the group. It wasn't me who started it. It wasn't Emma. Oh gosh, she's gonna get mad. I forgot her name. But somebody owned the group originally, and because we provided value, even the Alzheimer's and dementia support group. Let me show it to you now. This Alzheimer's and dementia support, that one there. I am the administrator of that group and a moderator. But because I kept on providing value and educating the people, not asking anything in return, they promoted me to an admin, to a moderator, from a moderator to an admin. Well, guess what? Now we monetize it. That's what I'm asking you to do, ladies and gentlemen. You got to find the group that you want to serve, not because you want to get something out of it, but you want to keep on serving first. Serve, serve, serve. Plant the seed, plant the seed, plant the seed. Then eventually you're going to see the fruit of it. And same thing in therapy. You're not going to get instant patient, in starting up your own practice. You're not going to get it immediately. You're going to start now and planting the seed, doing free group exercises, providing, going to doctors' offices, dropping off your books, dropping off your prescription pads. Oh, of course, some people, they want to, do a free lunch or whatever. You're going to plant the seed first. Okay. Excuse me. All right. Let's go ahead and keep on moving forward. Next, you got to create a podcast, right? We have this small little podcast called Misunderstanding Dementia Podcast. Now we've changed it to a Jerry Hab show because I just wanted the brand Jerry Hab for my clinic. Anybody here who've heard my Jerry Hab clinic? Type in Jerry Hab. I drink some water, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. So we've changed it to Jerry Hab Show, where I interview different physicians, different nurse practitioner, different assisted living owners, and then boom. Well, guess what? I'm just promoting them. I promote them. Hello, by the way, this is Dr. Trey Antwine. This is blah, 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 blah. And then, of course, they share my page. And they're like, oh, Jerry Hab physical therapy? I don't even ask anything yet. I just interview them. Hey, and I would go to their clinics. Hey, I just want to interview you. When can I sign an interview with you? All right. Francis said, what SM platform are you in? I just use Facebook, man. I just use Facebook because that's the most common thing for us. But with regards to the podcast, my assistant, my virtual assistant, she uploads it on the Anchor or an Apple, Spotify, Spreaker. So if you become fancy, you become, at least extra budget, you hire someone or you decide to start your own little podcast like this, you can actually do it for free. But right now I have a team that does it for me. Okay. But you don't have to yet. I did it before too. I uploaded my own audio and stuff like that. But, you can definitely do it too. It's easy. All right, let's go ahead and move on forward. There you go. Okay, so educate. So remember when I remember the free stuff is the the free ebook, and then you got your PowerPoint for your $37 thing, and then now you create it as a CEU class. Create it as a CEU class for nurses, for therapists, for activity people, for administrator. Boom. And then there you go. This is what we do now. So I teach a class, CEU classes. I no longer teach it. Lucette teaches this for me now, but it's going to be an 8-hour class. She teaches it. I used to teach it. I used to go around different association teaching this too, and doing it myself. All right. Okay. Educate again. Educate. Whether I'm talking to one person in the senior citizen center or going to an association, speaking to a big audience, I just bring my game. All right. You got to just show up. You got to keep showing up. When you're doing your Facebook Live videos, just show up. All right. Show up. Type in show up, because showing up is half of the game. If you just show up and do your job in promoting it, guess what? You're gonna get patients eventually. You're gonna get clients eventually. They're gonna pay you. This is free. Obviously, this is paid. All right. The left side is free. I go to Senior Citizen Center. I'm teaching Alzheimer's and dementia. And obviously, when I speak to conferences, obviously they pay you. All right. But you just have to show up. Francis said show up. D.A. Peters, show up. Lisa said show up. You just have to show up. If you have a scheduled live video, you got to do it consistently. Whether you have a one audience and 1,000 audience, you got to have to show up. Okay. All right. Show up. I go around different associations. This is from Florida this year. I spoke at the, what you call this? I forgot. Greg Todd's going to get mad at me. Smart Success Healthcare. Smart Success Healthcare Conference. I would go out there and speak. Do you think I know what I'm doing? Do you think I know what I'm doing? Type in yes if you think, but actually, no. I just show up. Hey, I want to do this. I'm going to show up. You just have to show up, okay? Francis said if he thinks I know what I'm doing. Yeah. But half of the time, I don't know. I don't know. Do you think no? No. You just have to show up, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. All right. Let's go. Keep on going. Keep on going. Keep on going. I'm running out of English. English is my second language. All right. If you hear me talking gibberish, I'm running out of English. I'm not speaking in tongues, although I'm Pentecostal, but I'm not speaking in tongues. Okay. I'm just running out of English. So just go out there and speak. Provide services. Go out there. Go out. Offer. Whether you're talking to one person or to 1,000 person, you just show up. You speak. This is how you get better. Okay. This is how you get better. D.A. Peters said you have to know your stuff and be an entertainer. Yes, sir or ma'am. D.A. Peters, how do I gotta change your name there? I don't know if it's maybe a D.A. that Peters, the Peters. All right, you gotta change your name there. But yeah, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. You gotta learn how to teach the class. You gotta learn how to educate. All right, remember, let's Debbie, okay. I'm gonna remember you now, Debbie. You gotta learn how to educate. You gotta learn how to empower. You gotta learn how to equip. And last but not least, like what Debbie said, you gotta learn how to entertain. You gotta entertain them. Okay. Just like treating a patient. All right. Let me stop my share. It's just like treating a patient. Would you like to work with Debbie, who is nice and fun and, like, oh, let's do this? I don't know, Debbie, if you're an OT, it's like, let's do some upper body exercise. You want to work with her, right? But and then there's like the PT who's so serious, like, okay, all we're going to do is we're going to do some leg kicks, some ankle pumps, and we're done for today, right? You don't want to work with that. So same thing when you're speaking to people. All right. Same thing when you're writing your book. Same thing when you're educating people. All right. You got to make sure you're entertaining. You educate them. It's not about you. It's all about your clients. Speaking in theory. There you go. That's so true, Jill. There you go. Let's go back there. All right. So that is so true. Okay. Jill, do you speak already? You need to go out, ladies and gentlemen. You need to go out and speak. If you don't have the confidence yet, join our class. Join our small little group. Or there was a time, because English is not my first language, I attended this group called Toastmasters. Anybody know about Toastmasters? Type in Toastmasters, because you got to find that. So the Toastmasters in our area is like an hour away where I live. It's in Jackson. There you go. Debbie said, yes, I have every other year at my company's EU class. Oh, wow. Jill is next level too. Heather said Toastmasters, speaking to no one. And there you go. Toastmasters. You got to find the Toastmasters in your area. So in our area here, I live in Martin. I have to drive an hour to attend the Toastmasters, and they do it every 5 in the morning. It's called Daybreakers Toastmasters Club. 5 in the morning. I traveled there. I would travel there every Wednesday, once a week, leave at 4 at home, go there, arrive at 5, and then come and then go back to, I did home health that time. So they were the 5 to 6 in the morning, and they did Toastmaster. They would grade you and everything. So you got to go to a Toastmaster in your area. Okay. All right. Yeah. 5 a.m., man. All right. So educate and add value. All right. Next is network. Create a social media community. We talked about it. Create a community in Facebook. Go to Facebook, type in whatever group that you want to join, geriatric group, the Alzheimer's group, autism group, and find those group and serve, or even in your own small little community, in your area, serve those people. All right. Serve those people without asking anything in return yet. Of course, after, three three weeks or 1 month of doing free group exercise, what I would ask, is, hey, do you have any patients that you can give to me? And they're like, oh yeah, Dr. Mike. Yeah. We'll give you some patients now. Boom. All right. Okay. Again, remember, the more access to you should translates to more dollar value to you. So as the value goes up, so does the cost of service goes up. You get what I mean? So same thing in what we're doing. What we're doing is free service, the free book, the free ebook, the video course that you've recorded, the live CEU class, and then now the coaching, the one-on-one coaching that you're going to provide in your specific niche. All right. If your specific niche is autism, guess what? If they hire you more one-on-one, you got to charge more. All right. Okay. So in my case, this is what I used to charge 148. Now we charge 300 per hour now. The dementia caregiver consultation. And of course, I still give out, discount, 50% discount and everything. So this is an old price on that Alzheimer's and dementia support group, but people will pay. Imagine, it's kind of telehealth. I'm just sending them a Zoom link, like what we're doing right now. And basically, I'm talking to them about dementia, simple stuff, for an hour. And they'll pay you. Same thing with autism, if you decide to do that, or home modification, or whatever, or splinting. A lot of people are doing telehealth already. Okay. All right. We're going to keep going. Again, team. You got to find a team of people that will bring out the best in you. Create a team. Create a team of people that, if you can't do it yourself, before, I can't do it. Why do you think I'm teaming up with Emma, with Kara, with Greg Todd, with Aaron LeBauer, with all this big wig therapist in our industry? Because you got to find a team. I can't do it myself. So I would team up with them. I would ask them, hey, even with Tipa Snow, I would reach out to them, to her. Hey, can I have you in my podcast? Well, guess what? When people search Tipa Snow / Dr. Mike Chua, guess what? I'm part of her mastermind. I'm part of her live event. That makes sense? That makes sense. Type in yes. All right. So what I did before, so I had this small seminar, Alzheimer's disease and dementia care seminar. And what I did is I teamed up with other people. So we did the 3-day seminar. So I did the first day. That's me over there. Day 1, that's a Friday. And then some guy did, the martial arts, day 2. And then some other guy did the day 3. And mind you, these are Filipinos, other Filipinos. And I thought they knew what they were doing. I thought they knew that what they were doing. And we did it in his clinic, in Joffrey's clinic. And I think we had like 10 people attending the class. It's not bad. And then now it's just a regular thing for me. We do it every month now. I'm so used to doing it. But this is the very first time I did it. And it was like crazy. I really thought, just because I wanted the confidence from other people. And I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. Can you help me too? And they were like, yeah, we're doing. So this guy, he like, what do you call this? He I forgot what you call it in English. He almost buckled. He almost wasn't able to finish his class. And this one is actually the expert already, Rod. I mean, he's been doing it forever. He's been traveling around. He actually teaches through Summit Education. So, yeah, he's pretty cool. He's pretty good. But this guy and me, we didn't know what we were doing. So, all right. So you got to find a person. Hey, I want to do this with you, and let's do this. All right. Okay, hold on. All right, I'm just wiping my eyes, teary eyes, warm from all these lights and the computer, right? Okay, so again, find a team. Find a team. Imagine I spoke in this generational leadership summit 2019. I'm not even a citizen. I'm not even a US citizen, but I represented the United States. And this is from all the world, all different speakers from all over the world. You gotta learn. Generate. It's this called the Generation Leadership Summit, and it was just an amazing experience for me in speaking in front of an international audience. Imagine that. Okay, so you gotta learn how to collaborate instead of competing. Collaborate, collaborate, collaborate. Okay. What else? See, Alzheimer's Association. Before I was like, I don't know. I went live earlier this morning with Francis, and I put down here, instead of begging for a seat, build your own table. Before I was begging for a seat. Now Alzheimer's Association, they just reached out to me. Hey, they send me all this materials to teach, materials to giveaways, and stuff like that. So collaborate. University of Tennessee here in Martin. I'm actually in their payroll because I teach a class in the University of Tennessee. I'm part of their payroll. I teach a class in their the curriculum that the book that I have. It's part of their curriculum. Okay. All right, but it's not a degree course. It's a non-degree course. But still, I'm like, yeah, I'm inside University of Tennessee in Martin, right? So, all right, so collaborate, 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 collaborate with people. You gotta, like what I always say, you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with. All right, these are the awesome people that I know in the therapy field. What else? This is just recently. I think this was this year. We had it in Florida. I spoke there. Smart Success Healthcare, and then collaborate. This one is actually this lady here. She owns Footbar Walker. Basically, she created a walker with a foot bar, and they invented it. And then I get free walkers from her. Fancy, right? Because of just me promoting them. Right. So you gotta learn to find a team, network, and collaborate with them. All right. Network and collaborate. Type in network if you are open-minded. You got to be open-minded, right? Open-minded. So next letter is letter O. We're almost done. Okay, we're almost done. The one-to-one or end-to-end service, the whole enchilada. You're providing everything from the just like it says here. Thank you very much, Lisa and Connie. You're providing everything, just like in therapy. You provide the initial evaluation, you do the treatment, you do the reassessment, you do the discharge. Of course, you get more money. You get more dollars from it. So the more you give, the more you ask dollars. All right. So same thing in your whatever niche that you're trying to start, the autism, the home modification. So if you do everything, you got to charge more. All right. Jill said network. There you go. You got to do provide one-on-one coaching. So that's letter O. So here is my one-on-one coaching. The services that I provide, the how to start your geriatric rehab practice. So if you go to this website, jerryhabjackson.com /store, whatever. Let me type in here, jerryhabjackson.com /store/products/BP. There you go. If you go there, that's my one-on-one coaching, or it's a 2-day coaching, wherein we provide, the how to start your geriatric rehab practice. That's what I do, right? Okay, what's next? Again, remember, this is a higher level price point. If you want to provide, a higher level price point, this is the one-on-one, right? Includes a deeper level of training, The more value to you, the more client, the more you charge your client. Okay. So when you're doing brainstorming, it's already content and can be sold as an audiobook. So like what we're doing right now, this one here, aside from this, will be uploaded in our YouTube. It can be also sold as a class. It also will be sold as a class too under the mentor series. All right. So you can do that too. All the recordings that you have in your private one-on-one, you can resell that. You can resell that. Okay. All right. Again, last but not the least, letter R is repeat and recurring revenue. You can create a membership site. You can create a subscription site. You can create products like Loved Ones. It's like a box subscription. I have a partnership with the company called Loved Ones. They put, stuff inside the box and they send it to those patients that we have. So, like collaboration again. I don't have to reinvent the wheel. I don't have to, create it. There's already a business in place. All I need to do is just promote it. Okay. So let's go and keep on doing. We're almost done. Repeat or recurring revenue. Loved Ones is like a box again, a subscription box. I partner up with them, and they send those boxes to those clients. Okay. Repeat or recurring revenue. You can go through Amazon. You got those what you call this? Those Amazon affiliate links that you can put in your website. You don't have to invest. It's already there. You can sell it. You can make a little profit out of it. It's not a lot, but it's not going to make you a millionaire. But if you're like an influencer or something, you can put the links in your YouTube channel or whatever, and make a little bit of money out of it. Okay, so those are repeat and recurring revenue. Again, right? We talked about the repeat and recurring revenue. Your therapy services is a repeat or recurring revenue. Is if anybody here who wants to start their own geriatric practice, type in Jerihab. Type in Jerihab, because that's what I do. That's what I do. Repeat and recurring revenue. I see multiple patients. I send my my PTA to do the treatment. Those are the repeat and recurring revenue. I make money when I bill Medicare. Francis said Jerihab. Debbie said Jerihab. So you gotta have to find that repeat or recurring revenue. Okay. What is that? Debbie said Grayhab. Sorry. You gotta find that repeat or recurring revenue. Okay, so let's just do a recap. Let's do this recap here. Letter M is meet a need. Find that niche. So under that Jerihab practices, what I have is I do Alzheimer's and dementia. But do you think I just see Alzheimer's and dementia? No. I see hip patients. I see lack of coordination. I see difficulty in walking. I see knee replacement. I see shoulder replacement. I see pain patient. But remember, you have to have that niche. You have to have that niche. You got to niche down. Why do you think those surgeons, we have like several surgeons that are just referring left and right to us because they've sent their patients to other clinics and there was no result because they're more like sports rehab or whatever. Why would you send your geriatric patient to a pediatric clinic? Why do you think those pediatric clinics are winning? Because they know that they're pediatric clinics. So same thing with us. You got to be, if you really want to be a geriatric specialist, be a geriatric or gerihab provider. Or if you want to be a home modification, expert, like someone mentioned above, do a Jerry home, Jerry home modification expert, something like that, right? Jerry home. I think I'm going to brand. I think I'm going to create that Jerry home, right? Home hab, wherein we improve your quality of life at home, something like that. Home hab, something like that, right? So you gotta find that niche, okay? Find that next letter is letter E. Is you have to educate and add value, like what we've been talking about, right? Next letter is letter N. You network with those people that you want to win their ideas, win their heart. You just can't marry someone if you haven't courted them yet. You got to learn how to network with them. Next letter is team. You got to find a team, ladies and gentlemen. Next letter is O. You got to find a coach, a one-on-one coach. that will bring out the best in you. Okay. Before you could coach and start your own, you got to learn how to be coached first. You got to be mentored first. And last, you got to have to find that repeat or recurring revenue. All right. Okay. I guess that's the last slide. All right. Okay, I'm going to stop my share screen already. I guess that's the last slide for tonight. If you want to know more about our program, the Jerry Hab, how to start your Jerry Hab practice, you type in just Jerry Hab there. I'll send you the link, or actually, I'm just going to share it to you here, and you just decide if you want to. I'm going to show it to you now. So I'm going to show it to you, Jerry Hab Jackson. Well, I'm going to have to share my screen. There you go. Boom. Boom. Well, thank you very much, Debbie. Thank you very much, Jill. So I'm sharing my screen right now. So if you go to jerryhabjackson.com, and if you go to store, okay, to store, if you go all the way on the store and you go all the way down, there's what you call a class, Start Your Jerry Hab Therapy Practice. Click view more details on what we have there. What's included in that class is obviously 1 day live online Alzheimer's dementia care seminar. It's a 7-hour class, no longer 8 because Lisette can do 8. But it's a 7-hour CEU class. It's the class to be a certified dementia practitioner. Okay. Yeah. It's either Lisette or me who's going to teach that. We do this once a month, this class here. We do it once a month. And the following day, so this is a Saturday, right? The 1 day class. And then the following day, Sunday, we do this M.E.N.T.O.R method. And then I also add this, the how to publish your book, because you really need this. And you really need this. I'm going to teach you how to write a book, publish a book, or find someone who will write the book for you and publish it in Amazon or Kindle, because you need to have that. And then, of course, I'm going to teach you how to, startup checklist in your starting your rehab practice. Let me make this bigger. Can you see it bigger? All right. So, that's the next thing. And of course, I'm going to also teach you how to create your website, brochures, the usual stuff, which is not complicated, but that's just the goal. The goal is to bring out the best in you in at least 2 days. So right now we're just doing this online, but next year we're going to do this live in our clinic, because I want to bring you to in those facilities that we go to. But this December, we're just going to do this online Saturday. I think we're going to do it December the 18th and the 19th. December 18th and the 19th. So 18th, the Saturday, this one here. And then Saturday, this one. Oh, Sunday. And then obviously next year, we're going to do it live in the clinic. But right now, this December, we're just going to do it in Zoom. But it's the same. All right. Again, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you for joining this webinar. Appreciate you. Thank you very much for those people who are watching live and also on the replay. I hope I was able to encourage you and empower you. Let me stop my share screen there. If you are still here, type in you're still here, because I want to know if you are still here. There you go. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Francis. Thank you, Daisy. Always remember the word fast. Thank you very much for staying here, Heather and Francis and Lisa and Debbie. Always remember the word fast. F-A-S-T, letter F. You got to find friends that will push you to your next step, because you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with. So if you want to start your own small Jerry Hab practice, hang out with us, join that class. Just shoot me a message. Hey, Mike, I want to, where's that link again? Just shoot me a message. Because like what I said, if you hang out with people who are actually winning, guess what? You're going to be winning too. Hang out with those people who are complaining in life and, just complaining in life again and again. Guess what? You're going to end up complaining in life too, right? You got to be intentional. You got to invest in yourself. Now is the time to invest in yourself. I'm not saying this just because to sell you our class, but I'm saying you because I myself I invest my money too in teaching and coaching and hiring my own coaches. I have a speaker coach. He teaches me. His name is Odell Bissell. You can reach out to him. Odell Bissell, he teaches me how to be a professional speaker, how to reach out to those different associations. I'm going to teach that to you too in that class. I also have an author coach, Dan Miller. Because of Dan Miller, he's a podcast host. He's a radio syndicated whatever host. Because of that, I've met a lot of best-selling author like Dave Ramsey here in Nashville because I pay to be in their group. I pay Greg Todd. I pay Engelbert. So Francis said, invest in yourself. That's the best investment. Self-education is gonna make you a really, really good living. So you gotta invest in yourself. Okay, it may not be in my program. You gotta find somebody that will, bring out the best in you. Next letter is letter A. Take action. All this stuff that we're doing, this is a free webinar. It's not going to do me good. It's not even going to do you good if you don't take action. But people who actually pay in this webinar here will probably take action because, you have to have a little bit skin in the game. I just didn't have the chance, just didn't have the guts before to start my business because I had this fallback of working. I had that golden handcuff from home health and until I got fired and I can't find a job. So I didn't have any choice, right? So you got to invest in yourself. Take action. Next letter is letter S. Shoot for the moon. Why? If you keep shooting for the moon, you're going to miss it, but you're going to be landing with the stars. You're going to fail. When you start your own small little niche, you're finding you're becoming a mentor, finding that starting your own small side little hustle. I mean, you're going to fail. I pivoted several times. I wanted to do the Alzheimer's, the pain stuff. I just can't. I tried to go to outpatient, orthopedic outpatient. I just can't do it. But this is my niche. I found that niche in Alzheimer's, geriatrics. That's where my sweet spot is. And of course, educating you guys, speaking and entertaining and educating people. So you're going to find that sweet spot, but you're going to fail. You're going to be, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to fail, but it doesn't matter how many times you failed or fallen or got sick. It's how many times you get up and do this all over again. Okay. And last but not the least, where did that go? Is actually teach it. Why? Because when you hear it, you forget. When you see it, you remember. But you're actually teaching it. You're actually understanding it more, my friends. Again, thank you very much. I appreciate you. If you have any questions, shoot me a message in Facebook or my email or whatever. You know my email. Again, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Be awesome. Be great. Be excellent. And I'll see you when I see you, my Facebook friends. All right. Thank you.
Premiumbeat.com.
Boom, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the show. Check out our website at drmikechua.com or alternativehealthcarecareers.com for more information. Again, ACG, be awesome, be great, be excellent. Thank you, and hope to see you on our next episode. Goodbye.